What is going on, everybody? Hello, happy Tuesday, July 1st, 8:57 p.m., Phoenix, Arizona. It's the 1st of July. Holy crap. We're close to the end of the year. Wow. August, September, October, November, December. Wow. Goes by quick. Hopefully, you guys get notifications. I think you will. We'll see who's going to show up. Who'll be first to say hello? Hello. Araya White, Jessica, hello. Gentastic, what's going on? Ambi La Jugo Zeta, what's happening? Sharon R, what's happening? Trinita, hello. Amy Patalano, what's happening? Lorianne, Amika, hello. Jay Chavaria, what's going on? Christina C, hello. Catalina Medina, what's happening? Catalina, how are you? Margaret Moody, hopefully you're in a good moody, not a bad moody. Fernando Lewis in Southern Arizona. What's going on? Gloria. I think I got your number. How's it go? That one song, Gloria. I think I want your number. Something like that, right? That was definitely an 80s song. Gloria Guerra, which means war in Spanish. Don't get Gloria pissed off. Angie Arnold, what's going on? Hello. Ambi, the Jugo Zeta says our names are back. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. Like little glitches with YouTube, right? Like funkiness happens. Mary Langham Daniel, what's going on? Hello. Amy, but I didn't get a haircut. You know, a good indicator I didn't get a haircut. I have a lot of bush is because I have a hat on. When I don't have a hat on, I'll comb my hair, right? Because I really don't like wearing hats. I only wear hats when the bush is long for my taste, you know. So does that make sense? So yeah. Jay Chavaria says, I appreciate what you're doing with Lost in Phoenix. I watch all your videos. Thank you very much, Jay. You're awesome. I appreciate you. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the videos, right? Share the videos with your family, your friends, your coworkers, so we can help create awareness. That'd be awesome. Jay Chavaria, you're awesome. Appreciate you. Elizabeth Gonzalez, hello. How are you, Elizabeth Gonzalez? Danielle Williams in H-Town, hello. Hello says hi. Sharon R. Our names are back. Yes. Cindy Lee. What's happening, Cindy Lee? Why do I just have a star? I see a wrench and a star next to your name, Elizabeth. Everybody has one. All super fans have one star. You want two stars? Monica Alvarez, what is happening? Hello. 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 I'm hungry right now, actually. Elizabeth Gonzalez only sees a star. We see a wrench next to your name, actually, Elizabeth. I'm not sure. I see a blue wrench. Elizabeth Gonzalez in blue, a blue wrench, and then a red star, and then a little crown that says number one, which looks really good. Ana Gabriel, what is going on, Ana? It's going really good. How are you doing, Ana? Ana Gabriel is like a famous Mexican singer. Ana Gabriel. I'm not sure what I'm eating. Ambi, might be a taco or two. Carrie Spencer says 5 a.m. here, and the birds aren't even awake. Where are you, Carrie, again? Are you the UK, London, England? I'm sorry, it's hard to keep track of where everybody's at. But Crystalina says instead of tacos, I had Carla's favorite ceviche. Wow, did you make it, Crystalina, or you went out there and got it somewhere? That's really cool. I had a shrimp cocktail earlier today. It was really good. I love shrimp cocktails. Very refreshing shrimp cocktail, right? A big old tall boy to accompany it. Peggy, what is going on, Peggy? How are you, Peggy? What's going on? You guys all doing good? Huh? You doing good, huh? I'm hungry. I don't know. Yeah, that's the only thing I ate today was a bagel in the morning, cocktail, shrimp cocktail for lunch, and then I haven't ate since then because I've been really busy. Life is really busy for me. Amy says we had boneless wings tossed in some honey mustard from our favorite wing place. That's awesome. Sounds good, Amy. Christina Moore, what is going on, Christina? What's happening? I love your little blue wrench. Your name, when you guys have a your name blue and then a wrench next to your name and a little star, you guys like pop out. Like you guys stick out over everybody else. I love it. Thank you, Christina, for becoming a super fan. You're awesome. Nightbot, welcome to the trap. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Right. Christine Moore says, got a friend in ICU, intensive care unit, induced coma. So been busy. Had mom with dementia here now. Man, you've been busy. Christine Moore, I'm sorry. Hopefully your friend gets better. And thank you for taking care of your mom. You are awesome, Christina Moore. Appreciate you. AZ Raven, hello. Ambi sick. What happened to Ambi? I got two strains of the flu right now, but I'm alive and kind of breathing. So that's great news. Yeah, breathing is always a good thing. And be juice, you know. So right now the juice is a little tainted, but that's okay because pretty soon you'll recover and you'll be doing great soon. So that's awesome. Get weller. Carrie Spencer says organs aren't working properly, so having tests. Carrie, I hope everything goes well with your friend's organs. Man, that's bad, but Crystalina, yes, those fresh foods, of course. Yeah, I ate that, and hey, all I had for the whole day. I feel you, Arthur. Yes, fresh made ceviche. Good stuff. Ceviche is good. It's really. I love ceviche. Anna Gabriel says, me and my sister had pesto pizza and green chili hatch pasta with chicken sausage. Hope you had a good dinner. No dinner for me yet. No chicken sausage pasta, no pizza. Damn, you ate pizza and green chili pasta with chicken sausage? You couldn't share with the group, Anna Gabriel? Come on, man. Come on. We forgive you. Amy says, I'm snacking on pineapple peelers. They are so good. Anyone else like peelers? Never heard. I mean, I dated a girl one time. She said her nickname was Angie La Peelers. I'm like, why did they give you that name, Angie La Peelers? And then she told me some crazy story. I kind of didn't believe it, but then, I dated her a few. Okay, okay, that's why they call it La Peelers. All right. So yeah, I stopped talking to her. She was too intense. That was a long time ago too. That was years ago. I was really young. I didn't know any better. Christina Moore says, my daughter has brain injury and is struggling with mom's changes. I am struggling too. Dementia is the long goodbye. Christina Moore, many prayers for your mom. May she get better and God give you strength to carry on and assist and help out and be able to explain everything to your family, to your daughter. And man, stay strong. It's like really hot. So you know what I was doing earlier? I got some those little, what are those the hedge trimmers. Okay, so I have hedge trimmers and I have some bushes outside, and the bushes are kind of going kind of crazy, kind of going wild. So I was trimming the bushes outside, right? I'm a bush trimmer, right? Not only am I out there cutting hair of homeless folks, but trimming their head bush, but I'm out here, at my house trimming, like real legit bushes, so I'm kind of proud of myself, like arts landscaping, right? So I'm done with arts, barbershop, street barbershop. I go to arts landscaping. I'm a landscaper, right? So anything to take care of the bush. Bush destroyer, yes. The bush whisperer, yes. It's a good name. Good evening, Art. Any news on Jessica? No news on Jessica for now. Taz for life. What is going on, Taz? Tasmanian Devil, you. Daniel Williams says Art's hair studio. I should buy some Jerry Curl juice activator, right? The some Soul Glow, and let my hair grow out and spray some little Jerry Curl juice back there and just kind of use a pick to pick it out. That'd be really cool. Carrie Spencer says art. You could take up topiary. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, topiary. Hold on, to I to I topiary. Oh, okay. So topiary is where you like design the bush. Got it. Okay, cool. Got it. No, no, no. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, little bush designs. Yeah, nah, man. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. Behave tonight. I'm not saying anything. I'm gonna change the subject really quick. Bush shaper. You gotta do too much. Stop. Hey, stop. Stop. So for dinner, I'm probably gonna have tacos or something. No topiary, no bush shaping, no bush shifting, shaping, right? No little landing strips, no little designs, little initials, right? Little A on that sucker. I've never heard that name ever in my life. Topiary. That's a different name. Topiary. I've never been accused of being a topiary, right? So yeah, interesting. I had to look it up. I really had to look it up. Topiary. Never heard that word ever. I've heard of like bush designer, like I've seen bushes that are designed, little characters and whatnot. Oh, cool, that's really cool. I call those people landscapers, but there's like a real legit profession, topiary. God dang, you learn something new every day. Jessica Ralston, what is going on? Not much, just over here topiarying the bushes. How are you doing, Jessica? Hopefully you're doing good. Artward Scissor Hands, yes. V Hill, what is going on? Hello. Mighty Sunflower was happening. Don't get your sunflower topiaried. Oh shit. AZ Raven, no Hitler tonight, please. Please don't tell me how to talk and what words I can use, I can't use. Actually, there was somebody in the comments. So here's silly comment number. So the silly comment of the day was, so when I on Dakota's haircut, some knucklehead said, I know you mean well, but the haircut you gave him made him look like a 60-year-old man. The picture that you put on the thumbnail, you made him look like a 60-year-old man. And I'm like, come on, man. Um, I could write a list, uh, a, a, a list of top 10 things that are really concerning and alarming and things that Dakota should worry about. And my response to this person was, um, heat stroke, right? Overdose, hunger, thirst, right? Those are the things that be on the list. How he looks doesn't is not going to be anywhere, because when you're using drugs, you're gonna get aged. Right? He's been doing drugs for about 9-10 years, right? You're gonna get aged. Like the aging process is accelerated. He's been out there in the sun for 5 years. He's getting toasted. So of course you're gonna look older than what you are. But so yeah, some people are just like, I don't know, man. You just have to pray for them, So I shouldn't be as harsh as I am on them. I should be just pray for them. God bless those people, right? I think they're they're they miss the forest for the trees, right? Is that how you say it? They don't see the big picture, so God bless them. They don't see the topiary, I see the topiary. That's a really cool topiary. Hey, you got a really nice topiary. How did you get a topiary? Did you do your topiary? Hey, hi. Ambi's little, is that lettuce? What is that? Little tree? Is that a topiary? Is that Ambi the Jugozita's uh topiary? Christina C says they don't see the topiary because the bush is too big. Right. The bush is blocking the topiary back there, right? So they don't see the topiary because the bush is just right there, just kind of hiding everything. So I get it. I get it. I saw Ambi. You're not that sick. I thought Ambi was dying, right? That little breathing thing, little air oxygen tank right here. She's in the ICU intensive care unit with the little finger and that little thing that goes beep beep beep. Right? Nah, man. She's over here cracking jokes, talking about topiaries. Come on, man. Danielle Williams says, I've come across a lot of shoes that I can send. Send them. Send. God is love. What is going on? Hello. AZ Raven says, misunderstood Hitler, aka landing strip. Really? Explain that. I've never heard that. Let me see. Hold on. Hitler landing strip. Hold on. I'll be back, AZ Raven. Hitler landing strip. Let's see what she's talking about. Hitler landing strip. Let's see what type of a topiary she's talking about. No, I'm not seeing it. I put Hitler landing strip and I got this. Nah, I'm not sure. That's not what I was expecting, but Pamela Maltese, what is going on? Hello. Oh, his mustache is the landing. I get it. Okay, that little. Can you imagine? I show up on a live one time. I got a little strip. I got a little. Dude, what's going on? Did your razor stop cutting? What? You got a little strip you missed a little your topiary. Your topiary is showing right there. That is freaking funny. Amy, Monty, I'm trying to send Gomer Pyle. Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. Golly. I used to watch Gomer Pyle. That was a cool show. Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. So just so you know, in real life, like Gomer Pyle would not be in the military. I mean, maybe the last 4 years, he definitely would have been accepted in the military the last 4 years. But normally, under normal circumstances, like Gomer Pyle would not make it. It was a cool show though. I remember that. Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. Golly, that's a landing strip you got there. Danielle Williams says, my husband is so mad at me right now. My packing skills, this move was greatly lacking. You're still moving? Damn. Danielle Williams, you're talking about moving back in like March. We're now in July. What is going on? I think we should do a meet and greet at Danielle Williams so we can help her pack and move to her new abode. Amy says, I got tickets to see Adam Sandler in October for my husband and I. Super excited. I just can't hide it. That is so cool. I bet you he's gonna be funny, right? He's a cool dude. I like him. Very humble. That dude's like worth 100 million bucks, and he like wears the ugliest shorts, the ugliest socks, the ugliest shirts, the ugliest shoes, but he's just a humble, very humble dude. So yeah, I remember when he was a lot thinner. He was so thin when back in the '90s, and right now he's he's not as thin, like, just kind of life kicking his ass. But V Hill, more of a lightning bolt strip myself. Nice. Hey, you topography, what's it called? You topiary your strip, lightning bolts, little designs, little initials. V Hill, God bless you, man. You do whatever you need to do to maintain order, So do it. Kimberly Aerosmith, not to be confused with the band Aerosmith. What is going on, Kimberly? How are you? How's your topiary tonight? Jessica Ralston, shout out from Portland. Damn, I thought it said Poland for a little bit, but you're in Portland, Oregon, huh? What is going on in Portland, Oregon? What's happening? How's Antifa behaving? Carrie Spencer, do you have your celebrations in a couple of days on the 4th? I have my American flag up. Yes. So see, it's not back here. See, I had the American flag here, but I have it outside, just waving proudly, just going like this, fluttering in the wind. Love it. I'm ready. Jessica Ralston, I tend to try to stay away from Antifa. Pretty warm, pretty humid. Homeless people hanging out like always. Yeah. It's so interesting how each city across the United States deals with homelessness. Some are very strict and you go somewhere else, right? But some cities are very inviting. They like welcome, like, hey, you can do whatever you want. No big deal. So it's like very interesting. Victoria Portillo, what happened to the Chinese girl you interviewed? I've never interviewed a Chinese girl actually. Can you give me a name, Victoria? Kimberly Aerosmith is doing okay. Thank you for asking. Awesome, Kimberly. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. Aerosmith. Um, the first time I heard Aerosmith was "Walk This Way" when they did a duet with Run DMC back in 1985, 1986. I remember watching that video. That was a cool video. It was so weird to see like hard rock people with classic hard rock people with rappers in the 80s. That was really like a trip for me. So, Jessica Ralston, wouldn't it be a trip for you to see Portland? We have a really bad homeless crisis. Yeah, it really would. I think it wouldn't. It's because the politicians there, like they create that on purpose. They do that on purpose. It's definitely manufactured. Homelessness sometimes starts just naturally, like organically, just on its own, and then sometimes it's created. Like the politicians in some certain cities, they invite those people. Again, you do whatever you want, man. You're a victim. The government owes you. You just do whatever you live wherever. We're not gonna criminalize. And there's like balance, so you have to balance it. You can't just let people run wild and shit on the streets, pee on the streets, live on the sidewalk. And because what about Americans that have to go to work? What about kids that have to go to school? You don't have to. It's just a trip, man. Politicians are weird. Politicians suck. You know who sucks more is the people that keep electing those people. I trip out. Like common sense is not common, man. Amy says, I feel like New York City does a great job of covering up homelessness. I feel like New York City does a good job of covering up homelessness. Yeah, they spend billions of dollars putting people in hotels, homeless people in hotel rooms. So I don't know if that's the answer, but okay. You New Yorkers, you're like paying taxes. So God bless you guys. Peggy, a gal gave birth on the sidewalk while giving birth. I shit. A gal gave birth on the sidewalk while giving birth. I shit you not. Hold on, let me read that one more time. A gal, so a woman, gave birth, so popped out a baby on the sidewalk while giving birth. That's cool. I can see how that happens. Isn't that crazy? The baby was conceived on the sidewalk and was born on the sidewalk. Damn. Wow. Kimberly Martinez, what is going on? There's a lot of Kimberlys tonight. What's going on, Kimberly? Which is cool. I don't mind. We got Kimberly Aerosmith, got Kimberly Martinez. What is happening? Hello. Hello. Jessica Ralston says when it comes to DV, I'm gonna put DV. There's some words that YouTube doesn't like, so I'm just gonna say DV. When it comes to DV, you get no help in Oregon as a single person. Yeah, I can see that. Valvina China Ruiz, what is going on? How are you? Zip it, smarty pants. Zip it. Don't you hate when like your zipper breaks on your pants? Like that's happened to me before. So I have to like pull the shirt down to hide the zipper opening, you know? That's happened to me before. Sucks. Um, I've never sent pants to get the zipper fixed. I just throw them away and get new pants. Oh, freaking heartburn. What is going on, Perry? How are you? What's happening? I was on YouTube for like a little bit earlier while I was taking a shower, and I heard the guy from TMZ, the dude, whatever, I forgot his name, but he was saying that he thinks that Diddy is going to be found guilty because the jury came back really quick. So he thinks they're going to find him guilty on 3 out of 4 charges. So Diddy's going away. That's crazy. Say bye. Jessica Ralston says, for some reason, you must have children. It's part of the requirements for motel voucher and if any sort of help. Wow, that's crazy. Because 50 is the real boss. I don't. So I'm not in. I'm not. I don't listen to rap music, and I really don't know anything about rapper. I know the names, because you just hear them so much, but I don't really know who's arguing with who or what stuff they got going on. I know who this guy is, and I know he's going to jail for a long time. What's that one guy, the producer Weinstein? That dude's never getting out. Like he's gonna die in prison, right? Weinstein. I forgot his first name. Weinstein. That dude's not getting out. I think Bill Cosby's in jail too, right? He's not getting out, right? Um, Last I heard is again they're dropping the RICO charges. Hmm. Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, that guy. Bill Cosby died. Really? I mean, you're probably right. I haven't been Bill Cosby. Let me see. Bill Cosby landing strip. Let's see what pops up. Bill Cosby landing strip. No, he's 87 years old. He's still alive. He's still kicking. Still kicking. Where is he at right now? Where is he? Bill Cosby down. It was OJ that passed. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What did he die of, OJ? That's a trip, man. So he escaped prison, but he didn't escape. Like he never had a normal life afterwards, right? Like he was broke. He was like a piranha. Like people wanted to stay away from him, right? Uh, no more movies. No more. Uh, people just want to stay away from him because we know what he did. He just had really good lawyers. He spent all his money on lawyers to avoid prison. So what a trip. Money will buy you freedom. Kimberly Aerosmith, I watched your video when you were cutting Dakota's hair. Awesome, cool. Thank you for watching. Yeah, it was fun cutting his hair. Really cool dude. Very respectful. I like he doesn't give me a hard time. Very respectful and really cool. He's a cool young man. I just wish he would. Uh, I wish he would, help himself, help his cause, and live a better life. So, but addiction gets you. Tom, what is going on? Pariah is what I meant. I'm sorry, not piranha. Piranha's a damn fish, right? Those little, yeah. Pariah is what I meant. Yes, pariah. I said piranha. Shit. I have a when you don't eat, like you start feeling a little woozy, right? The topiary doesn't make sense, right? You thought the initial topiary was A, but you flip it, it's upside down, right? And so, everybody has a little Adolf Hitler landing strip all of a sudden. And so I need to consume some tacos to be able to differentiate the word pariah and not piranha. Valvina, China. Hey, what do they call you? Do they call you Valvina or do they call you China? Or do some people call you Ms. Ruiz? Right? Did you have tacos today? It's Taco Tuesday. I did not, but I'm going to. I want to. Yeah, I want to. Dakota is in serious danger from that jaw. Yeah, he definitely is. Jaw still swollen. Still, can you imagine what's happening like under there? Can you imagine? Just close your eyes, man. You're right. Just think about it. Just the infection, the all that stuff, man. Just because they don't their their oral maintenance, their hygiene, is like way down on the list of priorities. So what do you do? Let me brush your teeth. Dakota, I'm gonna brush your tooth. Valvina China Ruiz. I have so many nicknames. It just depends who's saying it. That's funny. I've heard that before. I've heard that before. Hey, what nicknames? What nickname do you have? It depends. Are the lights on or off? I'm like, okay, that's funny. Stay away from alcohol, man. Hello says, I still think it's funny the guy was drinking a bush in a bush. Susan Bowman, I see that you skipped my very relevant and important comment. You know what, Susan? I see all kind of names on here, but you know what? This is what I think about your relevant comment right here. Look, check it out. I see a bunch of comments on here. I'm not ignoring Susan Bowman. I have no idea what she was saying because there's just so many comments on here. I'm not ignoring you, but now you're no longer here, Susan. You can't do that. Why would you have like a sense of entitlement? Just say, "Hey, Art, can you answer my question? Hey, Art, you missed my. Can Hey, I got an important question. Can you Just do that, be humble, man. Like I don't see all the comments, there's just a bunch of comments. Don't be like that, please. Don't I don't deal well with people that are feel entitled and victim mentality and me. Don't do that. Be nice. Okay. Be nice. Cecilia Berry. Do you ever see the Jessica that bit the burger? You know what? I haven't seen her in a year, man. I miss her tremendously. She's awesome. Um, so one day I saw her, and then the next day I just didn't see her no more. I went to her apartment, where her apartments, and there's this lady standing out there. And so I looked at the apartment. I'm like, holy shit, it's empty. Like the windows are open, the doors open, it's empty. I'm like, oh my god, they moved. And I asked the lady, and she's like, oh, I'm the landlord. I go, what happened to the mom and the daughter, that little daughter that lived right there? They left. Do you know them? They owe me rent. They just left in the middle of the night last night. They owe me, 2 months worth of rent. I go, I don't know, man. I know she likes Jack in the Box. She likes wearing swimsuits, two-piece swimsuits to the pool. Her husband is Manny Abeja from Sunny Slope. That's all I know. I didn't do it right. So her landlady is looking for her because she owes her 2 months of rent. I haven't seen her, so she just ran off, escaped, left us. Jessica Ralston, I'm not homeless, but I'm not really particularly striving in life. If you ever want to interview me, I have a really rare eye condition, intercranial hypertension. Intercranial, right? So like here's a cranial, right? The cranium, right? Intercranial, so your eyes. So I'm sorry you have a condition. I'm sorry that you're not doing great in life, but keep fighting, and stay up, and don't get down, and keep working hard to get to the place where you want to get to in life. Okay, so Jessica, I'm sorry to hear that. A lot of Jessicas, right? Jessica Honey Buns, right? Jessica Honey Buns. She bit my burger, right? And then Jessica that needs to go to the hospital because she weighs 80 pounds and she's 5'8", and Jessica. And then there's Jessica that had the injected lips. I don't know what you call them. Injected lips? What Botox lips? I don't know what you call it, but she has really big lips. I don't know. I don't really know their. I don't. They don't give me their last name, so I have to call them like a descriptor. I'm not being mean. That's just how we describe them to differentiate. So Rich Guy interviews. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Marv Martian is the guy still around who travels with Snoop Dogg and Adele. I forgot his name. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Marv Martian. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Perry Ochoa, 27th year wedding anniversary trick. Hey, congratulations, Perry. God dang, 27 years, huh? She's put up with you for 27 years. Wow, dude, that's crazy, man. Give her a trophy, man. Make her a freaking statue out in front of your house. God dang, that's incredible. 27 years. My mom has put up with me for 50 years. I definitely need to make a statue. A freaking 20-foot statue to my mom for putting up with me for 50 years. That's crazy. Congratulations, though, Perry. That's amazing, especially nowadays. But yeah, congratulations to you and your wife. Another 27, dude. Another 27. Another 27. Keep it going. Don't stop. Keep it going. Don't stop. Valvina Chino Ruiz, you have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush the tooth. We'll see you very soon. Jessica Ralston, so far, I'm on the verge of just barely being able to see well enough to drive. One more score down, and I'm going to lose my license. I barely met criteria to continue my license. At this point, I would. I'm sorry to hear that, Jessica Ralston. Please, I'll pray for you that things get better for you. Prepare for the worst, and hope for the best, right? And just prepare yourself. If you're losing your vision, like you have to prepare life after minimal vision. So I'm really sorry to hear that, but there are miracles in life, so keep working hard. Perry Ochoa says my wife is always right. That's awesome, Perry Ochoa. It's awesome. Guadalupe Figueroa. What is going on, Guadalupe? Do people call you Guadalupe? Do people call you Lupe? Uh, Nobody calls you Guad, right? Nobody calls you Guad, but they either call you Guadalupe or Lupe. Is Baby the rapper? You know what? Last time I saw Baby was like 3 months ago. I saw him about 3 months ago, but I haven't seen him since then. But he's out there somewhere. So I haven't talked to him in a long time. It's been probably like a year. Poor guy. So he used to be uh he was married with a daughter, and he was an MMA fighter. He was like a fighter, like like trying to be an MMA fighter. I think so. What I heard was his wife commented when I was started interviewing him. She said he had no. I think she emailed me. He had back issues because of wrestling or fighting, like damage to his back. So they put him on pain pills, and then he got addicted to pain pills, and then they cut him off of pain pills, and then he had to go to the streets to look for pills. So, and he's been there ever since, and that's been, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. That's sad, man. Poor baby. His daughter, baby. His daughter, right? So his real name is, what's his real name? I forgot his real name. It's like a Bible name. Jude, not Jude. I'll remember. Guadalupe says just Lupe. My brother calls me guacamole. Do they say Lupe or Loopy? It depends, right? If you're making sense or not. Loopy, hey Loopy. Emmanuel, no, Job. That's his name. His name is Job, not Job. Job. That's his real name. Job something. Yeah. I saw pictures of. She showed me pictures of his like Facebook from he was like normal, like clean. He looked like a totally different person, man. Like totally different. It's so interesting that he's created like this persona. He's a rapper, famous rapper. He's traveling, and there's a record coming out. Like it's like the drugs have him in this psychotic state of that's in his mind. He lives at like a rapper, like a famous rapper named Baby. Wow, what a trip. Don't do drugs, kids. Just say no. Marie M, what is going on? Hello. Kimberly Smith says my wedding anniversary is the 4th of July. Damn, 30 years for Kimberly. Congratulations, Kimberly's coming up. 4th of July. Is your husband like military? That's a trip. Hey, let's get married on the 4th of July. A military dude would say that. Boy. Guadalupe says, "My brother is the reason why I support you because he's been down bad, but thankful right now he's doing great." Guadalupe Figueroa, congratulations to your brother. That's awesome. I'm glad he's doing better. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Everybody here is here for a reason, right? Whether it's you personally have lived that lifestyle or you know somebody, a loved one, a friend that has in the past or currently living that lifestyle, right? So it's really sad, but I'm glad you got good news, Guadalupe. La, 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 la. The dogs are asleep, along with my nephew. He's knocked out. Marv Martian, I've been 2 years sober from blues. I was also on pain medication for a fractured leg. Definitely thankful to be sober. I wish the best for anyone addicted. Those blues sick your life away. It's sad. Congratulations, Marv Martian, on being 2 years sober. Keep going, man. Add a zero at the end of that. 18 years from now, you're gonna be 20 years sober. That's awesome. Parachoa Art, do you know the number of those you interviewed that are no longer with us? Do you know the number of those? So the people have passed away. Man, it used to be 12 like 2 years ago, but it's the you know it's it's up there. I haven't counted because I kind of don't like counting because it sucks. I hate thinking about you know Blake, 21 years old. He's been deceased for 2 years, for over 2 years. He's 21. Like he was just about to start his life. 22-year-old Gabby. It's like really sad, man. When you think 19-year-old Thomas, 19 years old, 18-year-old Manuel, 18 years old gone. It's really sad. But I'm thinking about creating a calendar, 2026 calendar. It's gonna be 12 people that have lost to Phoenix have passed away. So I'm gonna see, what that entails, like what that looks like to get that going, to honor them in that way. I think about them often, honestly. Not like in a bad way where I'm being affected, but like I drive by the places where I interviewed. Like there's like a tree that was giving shade to Blake. I call that the Blake tree. You know, I can tell you every corner, every gas station where I interview these people. So that's kind of a way to honor them, right? They're still thinking of them, and and they're in a better place, no longer suffering. So who sang that one song? It's so Boys and Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I miss Celeste interviews. Yeah, I was in that neighborhood today, and it's so weird that she's not there. Because she would always be right there. Boom, she's right there in that neighborhood, right there. Boom, walking around, just doing Celeste, right? So no longer there. So poor thing. Guadalupe Figueroa. Oh my God, I was just thinking about that, about blank, when someone said that. Invader Sprinkles. Lex from Canada. What is going on? Hello. Hello. Parachoa always wanted to write a book and tell a story of those whose families have memorials on the side of the roads. That's a great idea, Perry. Do it. Get it going. It's a great idea. A great way to honor. We pass by the streets, roads, or whatever, and there's like a cross. And when I pass, I'm like, I say, rest in peace. Whatever your story is, was that an accident? Did you fall asleep? Was it a car crash? Was it speeding? Like we don't know the story. We just passed by a cross and we know somebody passed away right there, right? But we don't know the details. Their loved one knows their details. The loved one. I've driven down the street and I see a car parked and I see people at that cross. Obviously, the family that missed their loved one. So that's really sad. It's a good idea. Do it. Invader Sprinkles Lex Lex says, still sober from ketamine since March 10th. Awesome, Lex. Keep going. Don't stop. Make it March 10th of next year and next year and next year. Do it. Progress over perfection, little by little, baby steps. Violet Lynn says, we have ghost bikes here, decorated white bikes where people have died while biking. Ghost bikes, decorated white bikes where, damn, that's sad. What happens? Like bicycles, like somebody's riding a bicycle just like for a race or just casually for exercise or just to be outside and somebody hits them, like a car hits them. Damn, you have that many? That's sad. Poppy Cat, no updates on Angela. No updates, okay? No updates for Angela and gang, okay? So they get hit by cars. Jeez. Is that do some of those like manslaughter or like just a total accident? That's sad, man. Pretty little head. Topiary. I'm not gonna say nothing. I must be up way past my bedtime if I caught alive. Yes, I mean it's 9:48 here. I mean it's not that bad here. I'm not sure where you're at, PLH, but yeah. Violet Lynn says yes. Big biking city, Madison. Oh wow, that is so true. There's lots of biking there. Mad city, right? Mad city. Car versus bike, the car will always win. That's so true. Wow, that's sad. Invader sprinkles Lexus art. If I make you a small painting, which isn't too hard to ship with the Lost in Phoenix colors theme, would you please accept it and enjoy a small gift for yourself? Invader sprinkles Lex. Yeah, thank you. You can send. Yeah, that'd be awesome. You send it from Canada. I'll show you the little painting. That'd be really cool. Thank you, Lex. You're awesome. Let me know when you send it. I'm not sure if you replied to my comment because I had to X out of the YouTube app for a minute. Yeah, you're talking about the painting. It's really nice of you. Yeah, send it and I'll when I receive it I'll show you. Look, Lex, look what Lex made. That's really cool. Thank you, Lex. I appreciate you. God bless. Let me know when you send it. So that'd be awesome. I can look out for it. I'm so hungry. I'm really hungry. I haven't ate a pizza in a long time. Tom says, I sent 2 books to your P.O. box. I'll explain when you get them. Awesome, Tom. Thank you. Carrie Spencer, you put my faith in man again. And for that, I am always will be grateful for you and the family. Awesome, Carrie Spencer. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Yeah. We can all do our part and and restore faith in humanity, right? I mean, we all got to do our part to help people. I mean, it's fun. Like helping Gabriel, shower and all that. Somebody says, yes, he has 2 arms, 2 legs. Why doesn't he shower himself? Because he has severe mental health issues. So you have to assist people as best as you can. So I got that idea of cutting their hair. So I got that idea last year. I just didn't do it. And so I just recently, I'm gonna go get clippers, right? Cordless clippers, charge them, and there's a charge the battery, and then just cut their hair. Like, do you want a haircut? But the only haircut I know is just bald, man. Like, just the bush is gone. It's 150, and most of them say yes. I've done uh, Gabriel, Dakota. Forgotten, and Joseph. Four haircuts. And so 4 out of 5. I've offered 5 times. Can anybody tell me who's the only one to say no? Go. It's Lost in trivia. Lost in Phoenix trivia. Chris. Chris said no. Christina C. Good job, Gentastic. Good job, Perry Ochoa. Good job, Tom. Yeah, he said no. I I f- I figured he was gonna say no. Forgotten. I like he's gonna say no because he has a bad attitude. But I was surprised and shocked when he said, "Yeah, okay." That's how hot it is. Under normal circumstances, he would have said no. But it's so hot, he's like, "Okay, dude, I'll do anything to cool me off." But Chris says no because he needs that. That's what attracts the ladies, right? So he likes short white women with. He's like 6'3". He likes short white women like 5'3", 4'3", so he can like just pick you up and toss you, flip you up and down for the topiary. But um, he likes short white women with little shorts, right? We used to call those back in the day Daisy Dukes, right? Back in the what 90s we called them, right? So yeah, that was yeah. That's why he doesn't want to cut. That's his like strength. That's his in the Bible. What's his name? The guy with long hair. Starts with a B. So Solomon, right? Solomon had long hair. That's where he got strength from, right? His long hair. So that's where Chris gets his strength with the ladies, long hair. So yeah, he said no. He's like, nah, man, nah. I need my hair. I need my. It's all right, dude. Samson, what I say, Simpson? At least I didn't say piranha. Ay, ho, hoi, ho, hoi. Invaders. He lost his coat. He lost his coat. Yeah, he's funny, man. That dude's funny. I could take Chris to the bar, get a couple of drinks. Man, we would have a blast. We would be talking sports. We would be talking about Daisy Dukes. I would teach him about topiary. Hey, Chris, you're very enthusiastic about women. Like, you ever thought about becoming a topiary expert, dude? Like, I think you'd be good, dude. So I'm gonna let him. Solomon. I said Solomon, but it's Samson. I was close, man. Like I was really, really. You guys got to give me credit. That's pretty good, right? I was in the vicinity, right? I was in the vicinity. Hello says older guy was caught stealing at a gas station wearing Daisy Dukes. Yeah, stealing is the last of the least of his problems, right? He's dealing with other issues, man. Poor guy. Topiary, that's funny. I'm gonna ask my coworkers next week. Hey, topiary? They were like, what? Tapioca? Top golf? Who's the one that said topiary? Was it who? I don't know. That was just topiary. I never heard that word ever in my life. Topiary. Had to look it up. I think what I called it bush designs. Oh, that's cool. Look at that little bush design. Wow, that's awesome. Little bush designers. But it's actually topiary experts. Wow, so cool. Analog Tom says in the 90s it was all bush, no topiary. Hey, man, like I used to watch homemade movies by John Holmes. No topiary, no nothing back then, right? That's funny. Did you see my comment about the pendant? I didn't. What's going on with the pendant? What happened? Amy says they do well at topiary at Disney. No princesses with bushes. Yeah, you know what? I've only been to Disneyland one time. I really didn't. That was a long time ago too, but I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure they can afford like the experts at that stuff to create little designs. Like big old awesome stuff. I wonder what type of bush is that allows the a topiary expert to make such fancy designs. What type of bush is that? Damn, it's like the versatile bush. That's that's a strong bush right there, right? That you can shape it and mold it and make whatever. That's pretty cool. That's a cool bush. They shape a ton of princesses and all characters out of bushes during the Flower Expo at Epcot. Wow. Tom says boxwood juniper. Is that the name of the bush? Boxwood juniper is the bush that you're able to just shape and make stuff out of. That is really interesting. Wow. Wow. Topiary. Hmm. Who would have thunk it? It's like a barber bush, right? Like a barber, but instead of cutting hair of a human, you're cutting hair of a like a bush. You're shaping it and molding it. Like those ice sculptors, right? Like a big old block of ice, and they just sculpt all kind of cool stuff. What about wood? I've seen wood sculptors. They have like little chainsaws, and they got a big old thing of wood, and they just make these amazing designs out of wood. That's pretty cool. Those are artists, man. That's a skill. So yeah, that's really awesome. Hold on, my back at you. Something bit me back here. Uh, Invader Sprinkle says, my boyfriend is also super creative and makes beautiful wire wrapped pendants. He would like to make you one. What kind of gemstones, colors, gold, silver, bronze do you like? We will send it. Um, I'm not like a big jewelry person. I'm not like a big, but yeah, send it. That'd be amazing. I'll definitely, show it off. I'll wear it. And, I don't know anything about gemstones, colors. Shit, I don't. I mean, I have this little thing here. It's just black, so black, like my soul. I don't know. Whatever you'd like to, whatever inspiration you folks draw, you come up with some type of inspiration. Do it, Lex. Do it. Thank you very much, Lex. You're awesome. You and your boyfriend. Appreciate you taking the time to do that. Sand sculptures. Yeah, I've seen those too. Sand sculptures. I remember in the mall when I was a kid going to the mall, and they used to have these massive sand sculptures, and they would have like little fence around it, be like, please don't touch this. Please don't walk in here and touch this. Please don't be that person. And damn, some of these malls don't even exist anymore. They tore them down. Wow. Bush and Bush v Hill. Hey, Bush Light. So what poor people drink. Poor people like me have to drink Bush. Invader Sprinkle says, Paul says he's got you. Awesome, Paul. Thank you very much. You're awesome, Paul. Paul and Lex in Canada. Very cool. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Because so sweet, sweet, sweet. Violet Lynn says here in Wisconsin they make carved butter sculptures. So excuse me, in Wisconsin, they it's the dairy capital of the world, right? Or at least of the United States, and because there's lots of cows, not the human kind, but the ones that produce milk and whatnot. I mean, the human kind also produce milk, but we're talking about cows, like cattle. So there's lots of cattle in Wisconsin, and just a lot of milk, right? And so a lot of butter. So you're telling me there's so much butter they create sculptures. Damn, I need to see that, man. I need to see that. I've never heard of that ever in my life. All right, Wisconsin butter sculpture. Wisconsin butter sculpture. Damn. Wow. Wow. That is a trip. Look at that. That's all butter. Holy shnikes. That's all butter. Damn, that's a lot of butter. That's a lot of cholesterol, right? That's a lot of heart attacks. Holy smokes. Only in Wisconsin where they got so much milk, they'll know what to do with it. Golly. Oh, wow. What a trip. That's all butter, huh? I bet you it's like really cold in there to keep it like really, um keep it from melting. That is really awesome. You Wisconsin people are really interesting. You guys do some cool stuff. Holy snakes. I've never heard of that ever. There's two things I discovered tonight for the first time. Topiary, right? Adolf Hitler was a fan of topiary. And the second one is butter sculptures. I thought you're talking about like the little stick of butter and make a little design. No, you're talking about a whole freaking room full of butter. Holy shit. That's pretty cool actually. That's creative, that's artistic. Can you imagine the hours, the days? Can you imagine how long that took to create that? I can't imagine. I'm very impatient, so I can't do stuff like that because I get frustrated because I've been here for doing this for 6 months, and I still got another like it would take me forever because I have no patience for that stuff. But that's awesome. God bless those people. Today I learned it. I learned rated. Amy says, I wonder if more people are on cholesterol meds in Wisconsin. That's a yeah. Who knows? I'm not sure. Tom says Georgette got me a pound of unsalted butter by mistake. Darn it, Georgette. Christina C says Chris taught me the word carnal knowledge. You learn something new every day. I had never heard of carnal knowledge, right? So I knew what he meant. Like I know what that means, but I know. So once he said what it means, oh, okay, yeah, I call it something else, but you call it whatever you want. God bless you, man. Yeah, that was very interesting. Right? You learn from people. We learn from each other. That's why it's important to communicate, talk, and we discover new things. Yes. Invader Sprinkle says, have you ever heard of the stupid little online trend where you type in Florida man arrested for? No, I haven't heard about that, honestly. It's unhinged and hilarious. Violet Lynn says we also have ice and snow sculptures. Ice. Do, 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 do. Who was that? Had to sue. Was that Queen? Had to sue. Yeah, Queen had to sue Vanilla Ice because he stole their little do 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 little sample. Vanilla. Shit. Susan Hatton said, "That tall guy, Chris, are you a short white lady with little shorts, Susan? Or is there some interest? I might have to put you on the Chris list." This is the Chris list so far. Jenny and Jen. Okay, so hey, give me the word, Susan. I'll put Susan. You'll be the third one. I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up. Vanilla. I remember when I saw the video of him being interviewed by Arsenio Hall. Arsenio Hall was giving him a hard time. You know, it's like he looked like he was offended that like a white dude was rapping back then. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, silly. Jim Carrey. Wow, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey like changed, huh? He's like no longer the same. He's like a whole different person now. Hmm. It's yeah, maybe he's like in a different stage in his life where he just wants to be serious, not be known as a comedian anymore. I don't know. Vanilla. Puchicano says, "Hello, Art. It's unreal. UK will arrest for posting comments they deem offensive. That is insane. That isn't. They've been doing that for years. If you post something that offends somebody, they literally arrest you. That is crazy. That is that's really insane, man. I can't imagine that here in the United States we get to that level. I you guys have better hope you don't get we don't get to that level. I don't think we will, especially now. But you know, it looked like we were headed that way. Uh, that's George Orwell type stuff, man. 1984 type. You know, the government controls everything you say and do. That's scary. Carrie Spencer Edward Scissorhands loved topiary. Edward Scissorhands' girlfriend did not like his scissor hands. Blame it on the rain. Those two dudes, what are the name? Millie Vanilli. Millie Vanilli. That was a. I personally thought that was a stupid name, but the music was good. It just wasn't those two dudes. It was like a whole. It was like four different people that were singing, you know, those songs, right? It was a trip, man. That was weird. That Milli Vanilli thing was really weird. When it happened, it was really weird. OJ Simpson when he was getting chased right in the freeway and that was really weird, like surreal. It was a surreal thing. When um, when Michael Jackson passed away, that was surreal. That was really sad. Um, yeah, 9/11 for me was surreal. That was a trip. 9/11 for me was so I was 22 when that happened, I think. How old was I? 23, 22, 24. I don't know, somewhere. And that was really weird for me. I think comparable, that's how in 1963, a 20-year-old felt about JFK when they heard over the radio that JFK was, uh, you know, uh, taken out. That's what a 20-year-old American would have felt back then, like surreal, like a trip, you know. The best movie I ever watched today or recently, man, I don't even know. I haven't been watching movies. I haven't kept up with that. I've been so busy with work, a lot of work and videos, and been really busy. Blame it on I remember when they were doing that little dance. I could do that. I learned how to do that really fast, really quickly. That little dance, you know, they go, they they put their two hands right here, and then they kind of rock back. I could do that. That was really easy. I was like, oh, that's cool. I could do that. So the way they dress is though kind of they were wearing a spandex shorts, super tight spandex shorts, boots, right? Like a military leather boots. One of them had long, what dreads is that what they're called, and they wore like a leather jacket. It's just like what the hell. So the one was from what Germany, and the other one was from I don't know where they were from, but exactly what France, right? I think it was a trip, another trip. Rodney King, yeah, that really was that was those officers, man. They went overboard. Yeah, for sure. The looting and rioting, that's not right, man. That shouldn't have happened either. You don't. Uh, it's really dumb to do that. 2020 was surreal. Yes. MLK Jr. Yeah, I'm sure it was surreal to the people that are there in 1968. Um, yeah. 92 LA riots was surreal for me out here. Was that 92? Was that Rodney King and do you remember the truck driver? What was his name? The truck driver going through South Central. They pull him over and they throw a brick at his head. Man, I felt so disgusted when I saw that. These idiots, man, these garbage humans pulled out this dude out of a truck and they're beating him up. And one guy gets a brick and smashes it into his head, and he lived. That guy survived. God bless that guy wherever he's at now. But disgusting trash that would do stuff like that, man. There's just some people. I don't know how to say it, but there's just some people that just I don't know. Yeah, Denny. Yeah, you're right. Denny. It wasn't Danny. It was Denny. Denny. Denny Pete. Denny. What was his name? I remember the Slauson and Compton Avenue or something is where this trailer was stopped. Like, dude, you shouldn't have stopped. You should just run them over, man. Like Middle East, what is going on? Hello. Reginald Denny. Yes. Reginald Denny. Correct. Correct. 2008 market crash. Yeah, that sucked. That I remember that. My birthday is December. Pound Maltese. Art, did you actually see the plane go through the building? That was unbelievable. Wasn't it scary as hell? Are you talking about a 9/11? I was really sad, man, when that happened. When the first plane hit, I was driving. I was going to work like 7 in the morning, 7:30 or something, like really early. I was on the freeway. I was 10 minutes away from work, and then I was listening to the radio. I was listening to the radio. I was listening to talk news radio. Uh, um, we just got a report of a commercial airline hitting one of the World Trade Centers in New York. I'm like, what the hell? Oh man, it was an accident, right? Like something the pilot didn't see a big ass building in front of him, right? It had to be an accident, man. I hope that plane was empty. I get to work and then a second plane hit the other tower, and then I was like, what the I was like, I was tripping out. Wow. So all kind of things just ran through my head. Like, man, I was like, that wasn't an accident. Like, there, they're ramming planes into buildings on purpose. And I'm like, holy shit. I was like thinking like, how many more planes are out there that are gonna get just falling from the sky? So it was really stressful. It was really sad, all the loss of life. So they just dismissed us. They're like, go home. So I go back home. It took me like 40 minutes to get home. And the first thing I do, I run in, I turn the TV on. Turn the TV on. I'm just staring at it. All day I stared at it. I was like, I was like really angry and mad. And that I joined the military because of that. I was so pissed that I joined the military. So yeah, and then exactly a year later, after that, 9/11, like the next year, I was in Spain with the Navy receiving training. So that was interesting. That was interesting for sure. Brandy Triggs, Iowa State Fair has butter sculptures. That is awesome. I've never heard of butter sculpture ever in my life until today. Violet Lynn says, I was just pulling up to work and listening to the radio, and I thought the DJs were making some really bad joke. Plane flying into the World Trade Center, not funny. Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, what? How's that possible? How does a pilot not see a big ass plane? So these are, I'm sorry, big ass building. These are massive buildings. They're really tall, really big buildings. You don't see that? Like, go around it, dude. Go over it. That's what I was thinking. Like, it was an accident. Just mechanical failure. But then on purpose, like some people did this on purpose. I was like, man, right away when I was on the second plane and like terrorism, I was like, man, I can't wait till we get those people back. Like whoever did this, where I can't wait to see the devastation that's about to befall them. So yeah. Tom says my cousin worked at the World Trade Center and was on his way into work when first plane hit. Sad, man. 9/11 was a strange moment. Last time I remember the country being united, not today. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we just bombed, Iran, who wants to create a nuclear bomb to destroy Israel and America, because every day they say death to America, death to Israel, right? So, but you got half the country that says no, like they should be able to create nuclear energy. They're not trying to create nuclear energy. They want to create a bomb to wipe us out. So even on that, we can't agree, right? Because some people lack common sense. So Seahawks, hypothetically speaking, if Migs got Carla into drugs, why doesn't he help her whenever he's sober? Um, I personally, so from what I've heard, because I've been knowing them for years, she was already doing drugs. She was already doing drugs with their friend, and they were out in the street. Her and her friend were out in the street to find more substances, and she ran into Migs, and she's like, "Oh, cool, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now." She was already doing it. Uh, f- that was my understanding from talking to them. So the the thing about 9/11, like the thing that pisses me off, like these knuckleheads, these idiots learned how to fly planes here in the United States. And I remember hearing that they only wanted to learn how to take off. They weren't concerned on how to land. Like that would have been like alarm bells, like what? Why? Tell us why you don't want to learn how to land. So yeah, man, just our national intelligence apparatus really failed America, to be honest with you. Really failed. So damn politicians. Vader Sprinkles, next time you see Miggs, you should ask him what is his favorite color or something, like make him something artsy too. So good to see him doing good. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, I'll try to. I think black, because I think he's mentioned black one time, because Carla was asking him long years ago. So but yeah, I'll try to remember to ask Lex. Thank you. Violet says my son was 10 years old and had nightmares for months after that about planes flying into our house. Sad, man. Trauma, right? The nation was traumatized. Analog Tom says there are plenty of sober women who can help Carla. Miggs needs to focus on himself. Yeah, Carla. Look at the difference. By being separated, Miggs is sober, clean. He's looking better, responsible, doing what he needs to do. Carla, she's still on substances, but doesn't she look better? Like, doesn't she look healthier? Like, she has some weight on her. She combs her hair. She cares about her looks, her hygiene. Uh, I would go out there and they're sleeping in a freaking alley. I'd go out there and they haven't showered in days, weeks. You know, how many times did we see Carla with matted hair? Because just didn't we don't see her like that anymore. So is there progress with Carla? So maybe being separated is a good thing sometimes. So I'm not sure. Tara Nicole, I have no update on Jessica. Anyways, gang, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat some tacos at 10:24 p.m. I'm gonna give you guys some balloons. Some of these are good balloons right here. I'm gonna give you guys some fireworks. Some fire. This is gonna be us in a couple days, right? Really cool. I'm gonna give you guys some confetti. I'm about to get lazed. You guys ready to get lazed? Buzz. And I'm gonna give you guys some love. A little bit of love here. You guys have a good night. Get some rest. Make sure you brush the tooth, and I'll see you soon, Kate. Bye.